Hey YouTube, Ray Knight here. I know Dilgaff already went ahead and made his own video with his thoughts on this, but he had some memory problems with his recording device, and so he did his miniature live stream. So I wanted to go ahead and, now that I'm done recovering from my laughing fit, wanted to go ahead and make my video on this. But it's funny to me that prostitutes are the first ones to start bitching about sex bots. And they're not even bitching about the high-end ones. They're bitching about the low-end ones. Now, why would I say that they're bitching about the low-end ones and not the high-end ones? Well, because of what was said in the article. They specifically mentioned that these sex bots can't communicate with you. Well, the high-end ones actually can, at least on some baser level. So either they don't know what they're up against, or this sex bot brothel that they were bitching about and that they called the fucking police on. I'll go ahead and get into that a little bit later. But either they don't know what they're up against, or this sex bot brothel is only using the basically posable sex dolls. You know, the ones that have been around since forever. And I'm thinking that that's true because they're talking about over in Japan where these sex bot brothels have been popular for years. Well, the thing is these higher end models haven't been out that long. In fact, I think they've just recently started shipping. Haven't been keeping too close of an eye on that, but I know that they haven't been popular over in Japan for years. But, so that means they're bitching about the most basic of the basic ones. What's going to happen when that competition suddenly spikes once these things are able to communicate with you, able to react to your fucking touch, able to respond to your input? No pun intended there, but it's a funny pun anyway. But the thing is now we're going to go ahead and start seeing not only the sex workers bitching, but now other women are going to see that there's actually a market for this. Women have already been bitching about prostitution since time immemorial, other than, of course, the prostitutes themselves. Because the thing is those prostitutes are taking up resources from men and not charging the, super exorbitant entry fee that a regular woman fucking does. Women have been othering prostitutes for such a long fucking time. They've been ostracizing them. They've been talking down to them. They've been spitting on them. They've been all sorts of fucking pissed off at prostitution because they viewed it as competition. But now there's a bigger threat on the fucking horizon. Well, I shouldn't say it's on the horizon. It's charging down that hill at full speed. But they're bitching and complaining about the few that got way out in front, and just lost track of the rest of the fucking army. Don't realize that they're that far out in front. They're already bitching about having those 3 fucking horses coming down that fucking hill. What they don't fully realize, and I'm pretty sure they don't fully realize this because we haven't seen this fully explode in the media yet. We haven't seen 24-hour coverage on shit and all that. We haven't seen that yet. We've seen a few little blips and blurbs where women bitch about even the potential of it. They don't realize how fucking close it is. I mean, it's on their fucking doorstep. The enemy is at the gates now. It's too fucking late to try to take preemptive measures, because this is fucking happening. It's happening right the fuck now. But you see their reaction to these low-end bots. What's going to be their reaction to the bots that actually do more that negate most of their fucking argument, other than sitting there and drinking champagne that you fucking had to pay for. How is that a fucking positive again? I want to fucking know this. Oh, gee, it can't drink a glass of champagne with you. Yeah, no shit. That means less fucking monetary input from me. I'm for this. Yes, please keep my fucking costs down. I work hard for my money. I don't see where a man spending extra fucking money on a fucking woman is a positive. I don't get that. I get where it's a positive for the woman. I don't get where it's a positive for the men. How is that a fucking selling point? It'd be like sitting there and selling a fucking car and going, yeah, and for a few $1,000s extra, you can go ahead and make the engine less fucking efficient, costing you more money in gas. Doesn't that sound like a deal? What? No. How about this? If I am paying you for me to stick my fucking dick in you, how about you shut the fuck up and the only input that you fucking have is the moans and screams while I'm pounding your fucking pussy and then me walk the fuck out the door? How about that? Transaction over. That's what I'm fucking paying you for. And I've never even fucking had sex with a fucking prostitute. I think it's pretty fucking obvious because I'm pretty sure that's even considered bad etiquette. But that's my fucking view of it. If I'm paying you for you to get my fucking rocks off, then what you do is you get my rocks off and then I leave. You take your fucking money, we go our separate ways. Done and over with. I don't want to establish a fucking relationship with you. I don't even want to establish a working relationship with you. I don't want you to know anything about me. I don't want to know anything about you. I don't want to hear your fucking sob story. I don't want you to hear my sob story. I just want to fuck. Treat it like a fucking glory hole. Except a little bit more interactive. That's my view on the shit. Now, some people are going to have issues with that and go, oh, well, then you're just treating the woman like a fucking object. Yeah, and I'm paying for her like an object. We're even. She isn't looking at me as a person. Oh, hell no. She's looking at me as a walking fucking wallet. And the only thing standing between her and my money is my fucking erection. So she takes care of that, she gets my fucking money. I don't get how that's any different than any woman looks at a fucking relationship. Hashtag yes all. And you can sit there and say, oh, well, that's the attitude of a loser. No, it's not. It's an attitude of a guy who doesn't want to fucking play the damn games. A guy who's willing to spend some fucking money to go ahead, get past the fucking emotional, mental, and in some cases, physical fucking torture that comes along with the bullshit. And save myself a fuck ton of time, meaning I have more time to make more money. I can make that money up. I can turn a net profit from this investment because of the savings of money. Even absolutely ignoring the cost of divorce, the cost of fucking alimony, the cost of fucking child support. These dolls cost about the same as a cheap wedding, like the cheapest of cheapskate weddings, right? So I pay that. Okay, I was gonna have to pay that anyway. Let's be fucking honest. So I have to pay for that. What's the next thing that I have to pay for? Oh, repairs on the thing. Well, guess what? I have to pay for my wife's medical bills. There you go. Except I'm getting out a lot fucking cheaper. I'm saving money on fucking medical insurance because now I don't have to get medical insurance for someone else. I only have to get medical insurance for me. That's awesome. Saves me a lot of fucking money right there. Let's see, what else does it save me money on? Oh yeah, dates. Yeah. In a year or two, I will have saved enough money on not having to take women out on dates for this investment to have paid for itself. That alone. Now, let's say I wasn't looking for a fucking relationship. Let's say I was just looking for sex. Meaningless, stupid, no connection, no string attached sex, right? Well, the only way to guarantee this shit is a fucking prostitute. So now we go ahead and we factor in the cost of a prostitute. Let's say I wanted to go ahead and get my rocks off once a week. Looking in my area just for research for this shit. Just to figure out about how much money I would have to spend at that point. You are looking at around $200 to $400 a week. $200 to $400 for 2 hours. And the thing is those prostitutes have things that they will and won't do. Whereas the doll will do anything for you. And not bitch or complain about it. So that whole, not communicating with you thing becomes a fucking positive. The woman sits there and goes, well, they won't tell you their ideas. I don't care what your fucking ideas are unless you came up with a brand new, never before tried sexual position that you want to fucking try with me, that you want to use me as a fucking experiment on. That's the only fucking ideas I want coming out of your fucking mouth. I don't care about your views on philosophy. I don't care about your views on politics. I don't care about your views on economics. I don't give a fuck about that. I am not paying you for that shit. What am I paying you for? To get my rocks off. That's what I'm paying you for. I'm paying you to cure my fucking blue balls. Sorry if that's a little too fucking real for you, but guess what? It's the truth. So I'm not going to sit there and pretend that I give a fuck about what you're talking about because all you're doing is burning up time that I'm having to fucking pay for. So the thing is this woman's arguments are falling apart pretty fucking fast, aren't they? If I need someone to listen to my fucking problems, I'll go and pay a fucking therapist. Because I'm going to pay that therapist the same amount I'm fucking paying you. And me saving money on not fucking coming to you is going to make it so I can spend that money on the fucking therapist. After a one-time fucking investment on this fucking doll and I suck up my fucking problems for a fucking year, guess what? I'm now in the fucking green. I'm good to fucking go. I don't have to worry about you anymore. I don't have to worry about my fucking money. I can still go ahead, get my fucking rocks off, get my problems listened to, get someone else's input, and it's all costing me less. You have failed to prove your value. This is the reason why I don't tend to listen to female economists. You don't understand how money works. Time equals money. So if I'm able to save myself time, that means I can make more money. If I'm able to save myself money, then that equates to money saved, and a penny saved is a fucking penny earned. So guess what? That means I am earning more money exponentially. That makes you a money sink, and guys don't like money sinks. We avoid them like the fucking plague. It's just up until recently, we have not had an alternative. So you haven't had to deal with that reality. Well, now we have the alternative. Now you have to deal with the reality, and you're bitching and whining and pissing and moaning just like I said you would fucking do in the other videos. Yes, I'm saying I fucking called it. So if you got problems with it, take it up with someone who fucking cares. I don't fucking care. A vast majority of men aren't going to actually fucking care. The only reason why we put up with your fucking bullshit was because you were the only ones to offer us sex. Let's be fucking honest here. Your services have been rendered moot. You are now the ineffective model. You sit there and try to say that sex dolls are a luxury for the fucking rich. No, prostitutes are a luxury for the fucking rich. These sex dolls are a luxury for the working man. For the guy on a fucking budget. Because you priced yourselves well outside of the market for your average fucking consumer. Have you ever wondered why street corner hookers get more fucking business? Because they're fucking cheaper. Yeah, the quality of the product may be much lower, but you get the fucking discount for it. There you go. You want to sit there, you want to price yourself super fucking high? Guess what? You're going to limit your fucking base. And now you're sitting there scared as fuck because these new fucking options are eclipsing your fucking value. The thing is prostitutes have been the only ones even somewhat honest about their value. And even they have been overpricing themselves. They have been overestimating their worth for what they do. So here we are. Now that there's competition, now that you don't have a fucking monopoly on the shit. Oh, well, guess what? Now, either you're going to have to compete, or you're going to have to go out and get yourself a real job. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that prostitution's easy. Having sex with someone that you don't want to fucking have sex with, but because you need to have the fucking money, I'm pretty sure that's fucking difficult. But I would think that that would be an awesome thing, because now that's freeing you up to go out and pursue a fucking career, right? I mean, that's what feminists keep saying you fucking want. They keep saying you want these careers where you go into business and so on and so forth. Go for it. Have fun. And I'm sorry, but there was one thing in there at the very fucking beginning. They were talking to a prostitute that had been in the business for 30 fucking years. So unless she started out as a child prostitute, which is fucking horrible in and of itself, but unless she started off as a child prostitute, this bitch is fucking, like, in her 50s. Or at least getting close. No! Why would you expect a guy to pay top dollar for something that fucking used? No. That's bargain bin shit. No! You know what guys are going to pay top dollar for? That girl that's getting into prostitution on her 18th birthday. There you go. You know, fresh out of the package. New pussy smell. Yeah, that. That's the only thing they're going to pay top dollar for. They ain't paying top dollar for you unless they are fucking desperate and you are the only game in town. You're not the only game in town, so now you're bitching because you can't charge those exorbitant prices anymore. And guess what? It's not going to fucking stop. The new competition's out. You have to fucking adjust for it. If you fucking can't compete, get the fuck out. That's what men have been told whenever our jobs get taken over by technology. That's what we're going to fucking tell you. Get the fuck over it. Get up, rub some dirt in it, and walk it off. You haven't cared about our fucking hurt pride. We don't care about yours. Fuck off. Stop running to Big Daddy government to try to take care of your fucking shortcomings. The government ain't gonna fucking be able to do shit about this. Men are sick of your shit. And the thing is those winds of change are blowing. Maybe not in France, so maybe you can go and get a job in France. They have low standards anyway. So, go for it. Just remember, you have to learn to live with terrorism as a part of day-to-day life. At least according to their leaders. So, just remember that when you move to France. But, you'll be able to keep doing the job that you've been doing for years. So, go ahead. Go for it. But remember, you're also going to be going up against French girls who are probably bigger freaks than you. So, yeah, you're still going to be offering an inferior fucking product. Not only for age, but also for capability. So, get used to charging less and less and less and less and less. The only way you're going to fucking make a profit is if you go to fucking France and open up your own brothel there. That's it. Because you're going to walk into a brothel and go, yeah, I want a job. And they're going to sit there and go, yeah, and people in hell want ice water. Sorry, I don't know French, or I would have said it in French. But yeah, just giving you a heads up. Your career's over. A lot of prostitutes' careers are going to be over very fucking soon. And I'm not talking about just the professional sex workers. I'm also talking about your average everyday woman. Their fucking career of jumping from guy to guy to guy to guy to gain resources. Yeah, no. You're going to be fully reliant on the government at this point. Have fun with that. Especially since governments are now starting to cut that funding. So you don't even have that to fall back on. All this shit's hitting you all at once. This is your worst case scenario. It's happening now. And you know what? I have no problems laughing in your fucking face about it, since you've been laughing at the suffering and the exploitation of men this entire fucking time. Fuck you. I am actually fucking enjoying this. I know it seems like I'm pretty fucking angry, but it's because of the fact that this is that last little fucking flicker of anger. I'm pretty sure this is fucking how the slaves felt when they fucking went across that fucking line and got away from their owners. I'm pretty sure this is that same level of fucking relief. Yeah, there's rage that fucking comes along with it because you gotta fucking burn through all that so you can move on with your life, so you can get over it. Well, guess what? The guys are right there at that fucking county line. They're about to cross that fucking border to get away from your asses. Sorry about that, dogs went off. But anywho, if you go ahead and you try to tell us that we're being insensitive, that we're being uncaring, I will be the first to admit, yes we are. But it's because it's the first time in history that we can truly afford to truly be that way. So yeah, we don't care about you. We don't feel for you. You've had this coming for a long fucking time. You've made your bed, now you can lie in it. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop the video here. But, yeah, just one final fuck you to the whores out there that have been sitting there and milking men for all they're worth and then leaving dried out, dead, blackened, crispy husks behind in their wake. And then turning around and telling those husks that they shouldn't bitch and complain about having been drained out of everything. Fuck you. We're out. Peace.